Resilience is the ability to cope with and overcome challenges and difficulties in life. However, 8 common myths about resilience may prevent people from fully developing it. Myth 1. Resilience is something you either have or don't have. The truth is that resilience is not a fixed trait, but a skill that can be learned and improved over time. Everyone has some degree of resilience, and everyone can increase it through intentional effort, like any other set of skills. Myth 2. Resilient people don't have problems, stress, or difficult emotions. The truth is that resilient people face the same challenges and hardships as anyone else, but they have learned to deal with them in healthy and adaptive ways. Resilient people practice emotional equanimity, which is allowing the emotions to be there while skillfully shifting their focus to what they can do. Myth 3. Resilience is about being tough and independent. Being tough and independent are good things, but they aren't the key to resilience. The truth is that resilience is not about being hard or isolated, but about being flexible and connected. Resilient people seek and accept help from others when they need it, and they also offer support and compassion to others. Resilience is not something achieved alone, but rather through social support and connections. Myth 4. Time heals all wounds. If you've ever been around someone who acted out of pain that happened many years ago, you know this is not true. If we practice letting go in various forms, such as forgiveness and creating a life filled with purpose, then yes, time can work in our favor. So what we do with time can impact our ability to be resilient, but time itself won't heal our wounds. Myth 5. Focus on the positive, reap the positive. There's truth here, but if you don't acknowledge your losses, your pain, positivity is just another form of escapism. Unacknowledged emotions tend to come back with greater intensity. And you can acknowledge emotions too much, meaning you can create stories about emotions and strengthen them. For example, if you feel a heaviness that most calls depression, acknowledge it but don't make it your new identity. Find the sweet spot of acknowledgement without narratives that make these emotions personally defining, permanent, or pervasive. Myth 6. I'll have to feel this way until I do not feel this way anymore. The emotions are strong when we've lost something or suffered a setback. Yet as we learn to acknowledge these intense emotions, we can also learn to manage our beliefs and focus to find the power to move forward. You can welcome all emotions, acknowledge them, and then pivot to also noticing if light, hope, and peace are there. Try it. This is a focus shift skill. Yes, there's heaviness, and there can be light. Hold both. Shifting your focus can shift how you feel. Cool, no? And you can learn to change how you see events to shift your emotions. Rain is a good example. Depending on your goals, rain may be the best thing that could happen, or a disaster. It's not the event, but your frame or belief about it that creates the emotion. I'm not saying that you should put on a happy face when you suffer loss, but I am saying be open to viewing setbacks as you would a gym. We pay money for the resistance we find at a gym because it helps us grow. Setbacks are the same. They help us grow if we're open to seeing it that way. Myth 7. I can do this alone. Well, maybe, but most of us need support. A wealth of research confirms that we do much better in community with others like us who have suffered similar setbacks. I am not suggesting we all run out and get in a support group. What I am saying is that your social network matters a great deal. It takes skill to create a supportive network rather than one that debilitates. So be intentional about creating a supportive network to increase your resilience. Myth 8. I have to fix the loss, depression, anger, or confusion before I can feel whole again. Is it true that if we deal with depression, loss, and injustice, then we free ourselves to be happy? We certainly need to acknowledge our emotions skillfully. And research suggests that happy people intentionally grow towards a desired future, rather than focusing on fixing their current situation. Most of us don't think this way. At the end of his stellar career, Carl Jung said that the issues people tried to solve, depression, loss, confusion, anger, were fundamentally unsolvable. It wasn't until they saw a desirable point on the horizon and grew towards that desired future that they outgrew their problems and created a different future. Don't miss the power of vision, mission, and purpose in creating a different future. In summary, these 8 myths represent the main issues that reduce our ability to be resilient. Recognizing these myths can open the way for greater resilience, something we all need for optimal mental health. Thanks for joining us today at the Change Capability Institute.